I need to have the lump in my testicle biopsied.
Okay, great.
Hey dummies, welcome back to another episode of English Lesson Live. I'm here with my good buddy. Would you please introduce yourself?
Hello guys, I'm Jose. I'm from Brazil, but now I am living in Argentina. I am 29 years old, and I'm studying medicine school. I'm a student, and
Okay.
and that's all for for now.
Well, that gives us something to work with because right out the gate, we've already got a lot of mistakes in here. You said
Okay.
I'm studying medicine school. Is that what you said, or no?
Yes, I'm studying medicine school.
Well, almost. So you could say I'm studying medicine in school, or I am studying in medical school. You could say it that way. But yeah, so I'm studying medicine in school. I'm studying in medical school. How's that going? You gonna be a doctor, huh?
The second phrase, maybe it's better than the first.
I don't know. They're probably both fine. You could also just say I'm studying medicine like that. No problem.
Okay.
And this is great because that means in the future I can come to you for free medical advice, right?
Yeah.
Right, definitely. Yes is the correct answer to that question.
Yeah. Yes.
And I want to talk about two words, maybe three, that people often make mistakes with. This is the word recommend and the word suggest. Recommend and suggest. I often hear people make mistakes when trying to use these. So what I'd like to hear from you, I want to hear a recommendation of what someone should do if they want to something medical. Come on, help me out here. Yeah, medical recommendation.
A medical recommendation.
Mm-hmm. Don't make me do all the work, man.
If you want to live a lot, you can stop smoking.
Okay.
Or
Never would have come up with that myself. If you want to live a lot, you can stop smoking. Well, okay, so we wouldn't say live a lot. Do you think we could say this a better way?
if you want to live more.
No, we're getting
No.
it's getting worse. No, if you want to live a long time, maybe you can stop smoking.
Yes.
And probably, yeah, we could use can here, but probably a better modal.
You should.
Should. That's better. And
You
now
should stop smoking.
I want you to tell me this again using the word recommend.
Okay. I recommend that you make more exercises,
Okay, we're getting
physical exercises.
there's part of this I like
Or-
and part of this I don't. So I recommend that you not make more exercises. That would have a different meaning, a different context, not about the body. I recommend that you do more exercise. Let's
Yes.
say it that way. I recommend that you do more exercise. But, I want to point out something that you actually did right here using this recommend that. Now, so this is perfectly correct. And the mistake that I often hear from students is something like, I, uh, I recommend you to do more exercise. And this would be incorrect. With recommend, we do not use the infinitive form here.
Okay.
So you actually did this right. But now what this does, this verb recommend, it introduces what's called the hortatory subjunctive. When we talk about the subjunctive mood, this can be used in a lot of ways. You're using the subjunctive when you say you should stop. You're using the subjunctive when you do conditionals like if it rains, I will bring my umbrella. You are also using the subjunctive. I think maybe that was not. It doesn't matter. But yeah, you're also using the subjunctive when you use this recommend. And it's this verb do that is subjunctive introduced by recommend. Now let's watch what happens when we change the subject of this from you to a third person, to he, to she, to any name, to Brian. I recommend that he more exercise. What are you going to put in this blank here?
That he does.
Well, so that's what you would think here. You expect I do, you do, he does, but it's not actually what we're going to find in this position. We're going to find that he do. And yeah. So, and it's unexpected to find he do more exercise instead of he does. But this is, in fact, correct. And the reason this verb is in its base form is because it is the subjunctive mood. It's something we could call a hortatory subjunctive. That hortatory means something like urging or pushing or really strongly suggesting that someone do something. So this verb recommend introduces the subjunctive mood here. I recommend that you do more exercise. What do you recommend that someone do if he has a lump on his testicle? These are the important questions, man. Testicular health is important to me personally. What do you recommend that, we'll say, John? What do you recommend that John do if he has a lump on his testicle? What's that word lump mean? Do you know?
Lump? No. What is lump?
It's kind of like bump, just a little.
Like a tumor?
It could be a tumor, but we don't know. That's why we need to go to the doctor.
A lump.
Maybe it's a tumor. Maybe it's not. It's just, lump is just the shape, kind of like a bump, like a...
Okay, I know.
So, answer the question, and please answer this question with either the verbs recommend or suggest.
I suggest that John, or that John.
Let's say John.
That John do more examines.
So do more, not examine. So examine is not really a word in English. Do more exams or examinations, but not examines.
Okay.
I suggest that John do more exams, more examinations. And there's a better way to say this too, because this kind of means that John does these exams himself, but it won't be John who does them, it will be the doctor. So instead, let's say it like, that John have more exams done. This is a different grammatical construction. I don't know if I want to delve into it today. Okay, you twisted my arm. So we're going to use this construction, have something, and then third form of our verb. You use this when you don't do something yourself, but you pay someone to do something, you ask someone to do something. For example, I need to have the oil changed in my car. So we have, and then third form of the verb, changed. Oops. Have the oil changed. What about the verb cut here? What are the three forms of the verb cut? It's irregular.
Cut and I don't know.
It's not that hard, man. Cut. It's all the same. Cut. So we're
so
going.
easy.
Yeah, and we're going to use that third form of it, which is the same as the first two forms. But we always want third form, no matter what the verb is. And so, talk about your hair with this construction? Can you reproduce this grammatical construction about your hair and with the word cut?
And the third, okay, I need to cut my hair.
Well, no, that's exactly what I told you not to do. Let's try this again.
Okay.
I need to, and we're using this have something, third form of the verb.
Okay. I need to have cut.
Have, what's this? What is the something? What will be cut?
I need to have. Okay, something. I need to have haircut. No.
All right. We should have stuck with the recommend and suggest. We'll come back to that. I need to have my hair cut. I need to have my, say, the lump in my testicle biopsied. So we're going to use have, and this is our something, the lump in my testicle. And this is our third form of the verb, biopsy, biopsied. I need to have the lump in my testicle biopsied.
Okay. Great.
Coming back to our suggestions, would you give me a suggestion for general weight loss for men over the age of 34?
I suggest for a man. No, it's a question. I suggested for a man what?
I want a suggestion for weight loss for a man over the age of 34.
Weight loss.
Mm-hmm.
I suggest you to running.
Jesus
to run.
Christ! Why are we like making backwards progress here, man? I suggest you to run. No. We've been over this, and in fact, I even praised you for doing it right the first time. And now, like, this is obviously my fault. Like, my English teaching is just making you regress. Remember, with recommend and suggest, we're going to introduce the hortatory subjunctive verb. If we come back up here, I recommend that you do more exercise. It's going to be the same thing with suggest. I suggest that
you
that you run. Okay, is that it?
Okay. Yes. Yes.
I suggest that you run. We could say this a little bit more to it. Like, I suggest that you go running. How many times per week?
7 days.
7 days a week? That's way too much. I'm just gonna get fat.
Too much.
Fuck
Okay.
it.
Okay. Three
Seven
days.
days per week. Did you say 8 days per week? Fuck you.
1 hour per day.
Okay, now an hour per day. I'm not doing that. I would rather die. Last one. I want you to give me a recommendation about how to deal with my budding sleep apnea.
What?
Never mind. I want you to give me a recommendation for how to ensure that my skin stays nice and clear.
I suggest
I
that
said
you
recommendation.
a recommendation. Okay. I recommend it.
Need to listen. I recommend that you listen.
Recommend. I recommend uh, to wash. I recommend
Why
wash
have we
your
made this
face.
backwards progress? I recommend that.
That that I recommend that uh, wash your face.
Okay, I recommend that you wash
You
your
wash
face.
your face.
Now, change this to a recommendation for, I don't know, Tom.
Mm, I recommend that
Hmm.
Tom wash
Hmm.
this
No.
wash
Yes,
wash wash
wash.
wash wash
Hmm.
his face.
There you go. I recommend that Tom wash his face. And again, so it is wash, not washes, because this verb recommend and the verb suggest introduce what we call the hortatory subjunctive. The subjunctive verb in English is typically going to be the base form. And it means something like you should do it. I strongly urge you
Oh,
to do it. And so that's why wash. And on that note, I think it's about time that we wrap up here because I always want to quit while we're ahead. Somehow we started off strong. You're going backwards, man. But I'm proud of the progress you've made so far, the regressive progress. And I'm going to seriously reconsider my own life choices. Um, if you too have recommendations for what I should do to improve my life, or if you are worried about a lump on your testicle, I know my good friend Jose here would love to hear about it. Jose, will you take us out?
yes.
He doesn't know what that means. That's fine. Uh,
No, I don't understand what you said.
I would just like to thank you for being here with us today, for answering these questions, for giving us these great suggestions.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you,
Thank
man.
you. Thank you a lot for inviting me for this class, and I wish you the best.
I wish you all the best too. I'm going to try real hard.
Okay.